What's up, everybody? How you doing? My name's Tim, and I am with, if you see the hat, Lawn and Beyond. I just got done, had a meeting this morning with a friend from church, as well as I had another meeting, met up with somebody for lunch, someone in the lawn care industry. Always great time to network. I love the downtime in the winter. And honestly, I hope to do a lot more networking, I guess, throughout the year, actually this year. I did want to share though, guys, that a goal without a date is only a dream. Okay, so I am currently over at the storage area. So you got my truck and one of our mowing trailers right there. And then if I turn around, mowing truck, and then our landscape truck, and our dump trailer. Dude, I'm super stoked about this because we are getting ready for the new season. See, there's the dump trailer. Oh, that thing is awesome. Can't wait to use it this year. So, as I was saying about goals and dreams and how they line up, we're actually gotta do a cleanup tomorrow. So I gotta get this little bitty thing ready, suck some leaves up. But as I was saying, all this equipment here, we bought this dump trailer this past year. We also got another truck that's gonna be fertilizing. It's sitting over at my house. And then, wow, that is so bright, you can't see nothing. And then over here, this truck and trailer we bought the trailer last year, as well as this truck. And I had a goal, and that goal was to get ready for 2020, okay? And in 2020, my goal is to run 2 mowing crews and have a maintenance crew, and then mid-summer we will probably get another mowing crew going and have I'm gonna test out a trailerless setup. So we're gonna get one of those inserts in a truck just to see how that goes, instead of buying a whole nother trailer and truck. We'll just buy a truck with a little insert in the bed. To be able to get all those things set up, I have to have some sort of date, okay? Because I could set the goal, right? And I bought these trucks and I kind of bought the trucks just because I saw a super good deal and I had the money in the bank. You know, it was towards the end of last year. But I did have to buy that trailer over there for the mowing because we needed another mowing crew. And I had it all set up for the fall. Or when did we buy it? Probably about June, July actually. And we were starting to utilize that thing right away. And then towards the end of the fall, I knew we were gonna need something bigger for leaf cleanups, because this dump insert on the truck was, we were filling that thing up like every half a day. So we ended up getting the dump trailer to really help out with workflow, and we'd fill this thing up sometimes 3 days, sometimes once in a day. But it's a lot better not having to run to the dump, you know, more than once a day. That's ridiculous, right? And we can get so much more work done, as well as I was able to get, you know, these estimates done and take care of while the crew was out blowing leaves to the curb, and I could come by right behind them and just suck them up. Just made it really simple for us. And without all that though, I would have never been able to accomplish it if I didn't set a date. And once I set the date, I could then, you know, break everything down to see what I would need as far as how many new clients for that trailer, for the other mowing, for how many jobs should we need to really make that, you know, affordable. And we just, you know, I made it work, and I set those dates. As well as this year, you know, now I know we have enough mowing customers, but now we need enough team members. And so, So now this year I gotta make sure to go and hire enough people. I'm gonna get back in the truck. It is a little cold. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna be ready for 2020. Better watch out, guys. But something I did, I got our website up. We are ranked in the top, right? Woo woo! Go check out the marketing videos if you haven't seen them. And honestly, do them because they're gonna work. I get about, I would say, 5 phone calls a day right now for work, and we're in the middle of February. And then it's cold. Who wants to call for lawn care right now? I never knew people would call, but just because our name's on the top of Google right now, people are calling and they're getting mad because I'm getting slowed estimates right now because I'm still getting over my sickness. I've been sick for like 2 weeks with bronchitis and the flu. Oh, I'm trying to do it. And it was like as soon as I got back from the trips, like from the Lawn Care Life event, like I got sick like literally a day later. That was no fun. It's been almost half a month I've been sick. So I want to kind of explain to you how and a good format for you guys to be able to break things down and set days. Okay, so there's a thing called KPIs, all right? And this is very informative if you're trying to grow your business and get to the next level and show your revenue and everything and just break it down, okay? And so please take notes and please use this. So KPIs is going to be beneficial to you to break everything down. And let me kind of show you. All right, guys, so I quickly drew this little template of the KPIs, which stands for Key Performance Indicators. And as you see here, I got all the months listed on the side. I like to do this in a Word document and just put out a little template. And then we have equipment. I put employees, put revenue, and money in the bank, right? We all want to know, and that is the goal, right? So just so you kind of can see here, as you grow your business, you need to know these things. You need to know what month you're gonna need to do what, right? So say it's the start of the month. We'll say this is a business that we'll say you have $10,000 to start with, right? 10K, and you're looking at maybe going to $100,000. Well, to do $100,000, you're gonna need at least one employee, and you probably might not need that employee until, let's say, halfway through the season. So April, May, you may be able to pick up, but once June hits, I would say, maybe even earlier, you might want to hire them early. So always think a month advance, right? So hire first employee. This is May. And when you start the season off, say you don't have any equipment, well, you're gonna want to buy the equipment, as soon as you can, really. But you're not gonna be mowing until March. So we'll say buy a mower. Well, mower is gonna be, you're looking at least around 10K, right? So, and then you're gonna look at the revenue. And now what you need to do, you just need to really think it out and plan it out in your head on what you plan on doing for, as well as revenue. So if you're trying to get $100,000, well, let's say March, we're gonna want to do some cleanups. So we'll look at try to do like 5K. And then April, we'll probably try to do 10K, right? May comes along. Things are really picking up. We're gonna do, say, 15K. June comes, we're growing some more. We just hired our first employee, so we can really put some money into marketing. We're gonna hit, say, 22K. July comes, it's a little slower, but we're still going hard. We're marketing. We hit, we'll say 18K. We'll say same for August because it's still a hot month. 18K. September, we're hitting, starting to do, I would say what you're gonna do aerations and seedings along with all your mowing routes, and you're still picking up more lawns. You get a couple of landscape jobs in there, so you can get back up to we'll say 20K, right? All right, so this is fast growth in the spring. This is hit marketing hard. And now money in the bank, this is what you want to predict that you'll have in the bank. So 10K, you got 10K to start. Now you're buying your mower. I mean, you're pretty much going to be, if you spend your liquid cash, you're going to be broke, right? So you got to decide if you're going to finance something or not. So honestly, I would maybe finance, if you're, say you already have a truck, but you're going to finance the mower, and maybe you get a $2,000 trimmer or a $2,000 trailer, an open trailer, and a bunch of backpack blowers, and you get or trimmers and a backpack blower. So you're spending, say you spent half, and half of that goes to marketing, right? Because you're going to want to start marketing in March right away. Even sometimes branding and marketing in February is a good thing to do. So in April, maybe you made, that 5K here. Oh yeah, you made 5K too. So say we spent 10K somewhere, all right? Because we also had to buy gas, 2-cycle, we got rent, bills, right? There's not a lot of money coming in the bank, because all this money you don't usually see until the end of the year. And I'm not going to go through every single month here for you guys. This is just a quick example I'm trying to show you on how to do KPIs. Now, you're going to want to do this, and this is pretty much setting the date. Even maybe buy a mower on, or say buy the 15th. So now you have an exact date of when you're buying that mower, and even be specific. So buy mower, if it's a 52 inch standard, okay, or a 48 inch. Like I like 48s because a lot of gates that we have, sometimes that 52 won't fit, and there's no confusion if I just stick with one kind. And I like walk behinds instead of standards because there's just a lot of hills in St. Louis. So just know exactly what you're going to purchase and stick to it. And for employees, it's your first year, trying to get to 100K. Well, look at this. You're pretty much, right here, you're going to be on a weld track. And then here, I don't want to have to try to figure this out right now on the phone, making this video, talking to you guys, but, it's fairly simple. Figure out your bills and your expenses, and then the revenue that you're going to bring in, and then also how much you're going to end up costing to pay that employee. And then after you break all that down, you're going to do an individual one for revenue, and you're going to figure out for revenue how much marketing you're going to have to spend to get that revenue for each month. And all right, and so guys, if you can do that, your business is going to be successful, okay? There's not really any ands or ifs about it. It might be, no doubt, no questions. You're just wanting to be successful, okay? So you got to spend money on marketing, and so please look at those marketing videos if you haven't looked at them yet, and definitely fill out this KPI form. Make your own in a Word document, draw it out like I just kind of did for you right there, and you're gonna want to kind of post it somewhere in your office and just keep looking at it, following it, and making sure everything's on track with that. And I will post some more videos coming up on things that will help influence and go along with that KPI, because the KPI is really just your starting grounds for everything else you branch and make underneath that, such as your marketing and what you're going to be doing, and as well as getting your numbers right, so when you try and make the sales, you know exactly how much each service is going to be costing you, because you don't want to mess that up when you're trying to grow your business. You just don't. You got to make it profitable, and you don't have to be the cheapest guy like I was, because when I first started, I was the cheapest guy, and it took me several years to snap out of that. And now I am a little bit above average, and which is cool. So we're still a little bit competitive. We're not the most expensive, but I do get turned down half the time because we're too expensive. and that's good. You want to be turned down, you want to raise the prices. And so, all right guys, so I am back in the office, and I wanted to quickly go over maybe a little bit more in detail as well with KPIs. So you saw pretty much a real simple basic one for 100,000. I just quickly kind of showed you. Now I kind of want to show you even further as we kind of like what I had for last year. So I can show you how I went from pretty much having $10,000 in the bank. I had 2 trucks. We did around 80,000 in revenue, and then now I'm going to show you what I did to get to the $250,000 in revenue. So, all right, so here is my screen here, and I just want to show you. So here's the months, my revenue, the KPIs, hiring, as well as cash flow, which is going to be money in the bank, right? All right, so here I kind of show you projections from what we would do to get to 250, and this is going to be this is a 25% growth from the previous year. So what you would do, you just take last year's revenue, and then you times it by that 25%. And so if you're trying to grow 25%, 50, 100%, you just take last year's and you'll increase it by that percentage. And then you'll have to figure out how many, what you're going to be doing for those months. So in February, I knew right away that I was going to get my website updated and spend a lot of money on that, as well as some offsite SEO. So I spent several $1,000s getting that set up. Especially if you're going to get SEO, it will cost you money, especially offsite SEO, to get that professionally done so it ranks organically for your local search on Google. It's going to cost some money. So expect that. Your website, there's companies out there that will do it for cheap. Check out the video I had for that. So here in March, I went to get, I needed parking for my vehicles because the city was getting on me for parking the street, especially with logos on the vehicles. So I had go get parking lot or shop for vehicles. So in March, I did find parking for them, as well as it was right next to my garages where I store my equipment. So that was a blessing right there. And I also knew I was going to need to hire my first person as we were going to start clean up slowly in March. And in April, I was going to hire my second person. And here you can see, so I went from 10K in the bank down to 5K, even though we've been doing this much, because I was spending this money on, rent for the website, cost the money for hiring people, putting out ads for that, as well as your ads that you're going to be doing for marketing in your springtime. It's, you're going to be excessively marketing in the spring, so that's going to cost you money as well. And so we get down to May. Here's, we did 17, and then I was wanting to buy a third truck, an enclosed trailer, get that second mowing crew ready to go so I could continue to do, landscaping and whatnot. And I did have a regular trailer for that, and so we needed also to hire the people for that next crew. So that's what we did. Now we're at 1K because of all the purchases. So to kind of figure out how you're going to get your cash flow number, I'll quickly share with you. All right, so we have, we'll do it without the expenses because you pick your own expenses, what you're going to spend. I know I spent, 4K without taxes on the trailer, and the truck was, 3K, right? So we'll take 5K we had in the bank this month, right? And then we did 17K in May. So we'll just say I estimate it on a low scale. So 17 times 0.2 for 20% profit margin. So the profit margin is what's going to be in the bank after paying me, paying employees, paying all the bills for that month. So we accrued $3.4 thousand. So what I'll do is take 5K plus the 3.4K. And now we got 8.4, but the 1K is here because we just spent pretty much 7.4K with these purchases. So this is what I'm expected to have from last year. And then to do that again, we got 1K, so we made 25K in June. So 25 times, we'll do a 0.2, whatever your profit margin is. For every business is going to be different. You got to know your numbers on what you're going to make. So we did 5K, so 5K plus the 1K, we have 6K. And we also had to end up hiring another person part-time to help me with the landscaping part. And so that's what we did. So now in July 31, so just do the math, 31 times 0.2 or 0.25, if you're a 25% profit margin, 6.2 thousand. So 6.2 plus 6 equals 12.2. So 12.2 is what I'm hoping to have in the bank if all my numbers are right with my sales, and also, depending, I set that money aside as too. I'm including my marketing and everything that is going to be going into my expenses. You want to know what all your expenses are going to be before you do that. And so this is, step by step. You just go all the way down to do that from what you want to generate in revenue. And that's how you find those numbers. We bought the Ford truck, we bought the dump trailer. And so if you have any questions in regards to any of this, definitely let me know. I didn't put the mower on here. We did get a mower in May as well, but I didn't buy that cash. I did, finance the mower, but I should have put it in there anyways because it's going on a tax form, and depending on how taxes go, we'll deduct the full thing or maybe half and pay the other few years out and deduct it that way. So it really just depends on how the end of the fiscal year goes for you in your business on how you'll do that. Just talk with your accountant on that. But hope this helps. All right, so guys, I know this is really boring stuff, but if you're stressed in your business, or if you just really want to know how to grow and scale and make sure everything is going to work out, you have to know these numbers. It's key. KPI, key performance indicators. So hope you liked it, guys. We'll see you later. Please thumbs up this if it helped you out, and please catch the next video. Let me know anything down in the comments as well. If you have any questions, if you have a nice comment for me. All right, we'll see you later. Have a good one.